On Billboard tonight, rock music in Grimsby, retrospection in Louth and Uncontrolled Passion in Film Review. Welcome to Billboard with me, Ted Stanley, for our monthly roundup of arts and entertainment in East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Summer events around the region include Hull's famous Humber Street Sesh on the 4th of August, the Freedom Festival from the 28th of August, and Picnic in the Park, a celebration of local musical talent in People's Park, Grimsby. Does she feel alive? Running throughout August, this year's programme from the Culture House features Steel Standing, Johnny Harris, the Mardy Johnny Depps and India Button. Literary news now with a review of the latest book releases from journalist and broadcaster Hugh Richards.
Thanks, Ted, and I hope the British summer has finally come round. From here in Spain, I take you to Japan and a murder mystery about a top-level Japanese chef. Asako Yuzuki's novel Butter, translated by Polly Barton, presents a kitchen genius, grumpy, intolerant, and capable of slaughter. Two things she can't stand, she says, are margarine and feminism. A young reporter, herself the victim of a sexist society, writes asking for recipe ideas. The relationship veers from a murder mystery to an investigation of food and pleasure as works of art. We all love a mystery, especially with honestly horrible and horribly honest characters. But this is an exquisite torment for those of us who love sashimi and Kobe beef and food generally, darling, don't we? There we are. I'm a relatively mature man who loves Doctor Who, all his or her incarnations, since wobbly sets during my 1970s childhood to slick adventures this century. Back in the day, it had a higher death toll than The Godfather, and now produces delightful controversy about sex, race, and musical theatre in sci-fi. Steve Cole now presents I, TARDIS, a memoir of all the Doctors told from the point of view of the most powerful protagonist, that mysterious blue box. The Time Machine has many stories to tell over more than 60 years of television and infinite centuries of travel. It's a romp, and I'm still terrified of the Sea Devils. Tom Baldwin's biography of Keir Starmer isn't the first and misses the most interesting part of his career yet to come. It reveals a rather earnest, competent civil rights lawyer, public official and latecomer to politics. The new Prime Minister might even be a little dull, a blessed relief after recent circuses, but a conscientious manager rather than a charismatic leader. Whatever his philosophy, Baldwin suggests we have an adult in number 10. This King's Counsel and Knight of the Realm may not be inspiring on the stump, but this book does tell us more than his own information, that his father was a toolmaker. We probably knew that already. Catherine Rayner has written and illustrated Otto the Top Dog, and Otto is a very friendly sausage dog. He loves everybody and everything, but mostly, like me, his bed. His basket is so lovely that he wants to share it with all the other dogs. They love it too, so how does poor Otto ever get a chance to sleep in his own crib? Eventually they all learn to share, which is the happiest ending for children and a relief to all dog lovers like me. Otto truly is the top one. That's it this month, Ted. Hasta luego. Adios.
Thank you, Hugh. Hasta pronto. In other literary news, the Hammond House International Literary Prize is open for entries until the 30th of September. With over £3,000 in cash prizes, worldwide publication for all shortlisted entries, and a televised award ceremony at the annual Literary Festival. Full details on the Hammond House website. Like the town itself, Grimsby-based alternative indie band Healer are rising from the ashes of the once thriving fishing industry to make a name for themselves on the local music scene. You can see Healer live at local gigs throughout the summer. Their latest single release is available now from all popular music streaming platforms. Coming up on tonight's show, a Lincolnshire artist retrospective and more entertainment news from around the region. But first, actress and broadcaster Liz Drury with a review of the latest film releases.
On Film Review tonight, Uncontrollable Passion in Last Summer and humanity's mysterious relationship with nature in Evil Does Not Exist. But first, Green Borders. With unyielding clarity, director Agnieszka Holland challenges viewers to reflect on the moral choices that fall to ordinary people every day. When refugees are lured to the border between Belarus and Poland by the promise of an easy passage to the EU, the lives of Julia, a dedicated activist, Jan, a young border guard, and a Syrian family intertwine in this gripping drama. With her first film in over a decade, 75-year-old French director Catherine Breillat proves that she's as provocative as ever with Last Summer, her Cannes-acclaimed film, which drives down the dark road of uncontrollable passion. When brilliant attorney Anne's marriage to a distracted businessman plateaus, she finds herself in an unexpected and dangerously lustful affair with her estranged stepson, Theo, threatening the stability of the household.
Une famille. On doit pouvoir se faire confiance.
Ryosuke Hamaguchi's Evil Does Not Exist features Takumi and his daughter Hana, who lead a modest life gathering water, wood and wild wasabi in the rural alpine hamlet of Mitsubishi, not far from Tokyo. When plans for an opulent glamping site become known, Takumi is afraid of the pernicious impact on the community and the haunting consequences that reveal humanity's mysterious, mystical relationship with nature.
銃声
やりすぎたらバランスが壊れる。
Our family film tonight, Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2, clears the head and warms the heart by living up to its predecessor's emotional intelligence. The little voices inside Riley's head know her inside and out, but everything changes with the introduction of a new emotion, teenage angst.
Arrives in theaters.
Ooh, walkie-talkies. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? I gotta press the button. Go for Joy. Copy that. Over. Oh, I love them. Just don't look down and keep moving. She'll be okay, right?
50-50.
On DVD and Blu-ray, Master of the Air, 6 Minutes to Midnight and The Dreamers are also worth a look.
The annual exhibition at the Ferrins Gallery in Hull features impressive paintings, photography and textiles, as well as a number of striking sculptures and ceramics. Historic Doddington Hall are hosting the popular biannual sculpture exhibition with over 300 works by 60 artists. And in Louth, the Hammond House Gallery features a retrospective by local artist Steve Gresham. A graduate in fine arts from Nottingham University, Steve's work reflects on 20 years as an artist and includes unfinished works, found items and visual verbal notebooks.
Sean Scully, the first artist I made a point of trying to see in London, his use of paint was just astounding. Richard Diebenkorn for his semi-authentic landscapes. There's a little phrase called crypto-figurative. It's figurative but not quite there. I suppose to a certain extent that's what I strive for in some of the pieces here. You can almost tell what they're meant to be. And some are so abstracted you would never know. The process is interesting. Sometimes it's completely experimental. If I'm working in a geometric way, then it's very slow, laborious, masking out, a lot of rubbing out, erasing, scraping, layer upon layer upon layer, taking away, putting back on. It's very rare for somebody like me to see such a large collection of work. It is a retrospective in the way that Some of these go back almost 20 years. It reflects an interesting collage, ephemera, if you like. I think it's a difference between noticing and seeing. Perhaps I see things in them that other people wouldn't see. My visual verbal notebooks were things we were encouraged to have on the university course. They're kind of an illustration of your thinking. I think they're really interesting to look through. So bringing them here has given me an opportunity to actually go through them again and think, oh, crikey, I'm cleverer than I thought I was. The next big idea is an old idea called radio silence. I was looking through photographs from when I was a child with my father, and I was looking at a particular image, and he mentioned radio silence as something that he was familiar with from his RAF days. And again, it was a chance connection between that phrase and that photograph. That's something I want to work on in some way. I think memory plays a large part in my thinking.
The August exhibition at the Hammond House Gallery features a colourful exhibition of work by artist Tracy Smith. There's some great entertainment news around the region this summer, and actress and broadcaster Gemma Lidgard brings you her pick of the best in box office.
Starting us off at Louth Riverhead Theatre on the 26th of July is A Midsummer's Night Dream. Chapter House Theatre Company presents Shakespeare's best-loved romantic comedy. So let yourself be whisked away on an enchanting journey to the most magical of forests and meet bewitched lovers, playful fairies and hilarious travelling players. On the 23rd of July at Hull New Theatre is Lord of the Dance, a lifetime of standing ovations. After celebrating the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Dance back in 2022, Michael Flatley is back with a dazzling revival of his iconic dance extravaganza. On the 18th of July, the nation's favourite double act, Anton Dubek and Giovanni Paniccia are back at the Plowright Theatre in Scunthorpe with their brand new live tour. The stars of Strictly Come Dancing will bring you more fun, more dance and more song in a mesmerising experience for all ages. On the 27th of July, Hull-based comedian and actor Amy Gledhill headlines the big comedy night at the East Riding Theatre, hosted by MC Jack Leadow. And finally, get ready to rock and roll at Bridlington Spa on the 27th of July with Some Guys Have All the Luck, the Rod Stewart story.
Well, that's almost all from Billboard for now. If you have a story you would like us to feature on Billboard, email details to news@billboardtv.uk. The latest programme on the Heritage Channel covers the fascinating history of Grimsby Minster. And Clee TV have a news update on the regeneration of Grimsby Town Centre. From everyone on the Billboard team, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in September after our summer break. For more entertainment news, entertaining guests and great music.